Welcome back to Strategies with Sasquatch. I'm Josh, and we're back with some more sticky Stalker. Alright, let's just take a moment here. I want to make sure that everything's good. Should be fine. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone off. Alright, so last time, what did I do last time? Made some coats, right? Or did I make a coat? Let's see if I can remember all the buttons. Yeah, we made the wolf coat. Oh, then I replaced these things, and then I think I made another bow, which I used slightly. Some arrow shafts. Regular arrows. Okay, nice. So I'm trying to figure out where should I go. 5 sticks is not going to cut it. I should definitely have more than 5 sticks on my person. I need to check my I need to just do a quick double check. I know I had thought I had everything I wanted. Some fishing tackle is fine. I don't really need that much, but should I bring some of this food maybe? Probably. Let's just double check the lantern. Do I have a lantern? I don't. I have cloth. Matches, I have enough. That's plenty. I'll find more matches. That's not an issue. Okay, do I bring any of this stuff? Probably. Maybe. These are curing. Oh, those are so close to being done. That's almost done. It sounds nice outside. It is towards the end of the day. Don't recall if I had anywhere specifically in mind. I was thinking maybe I could go towards Hush River Valley. No, I can't because I didn't craft. I have to craft it myself. Okay, never mind. Because you can't. I don't think you get a moose hide back from a satchel, right? I think you only get leather back if you go and get a satchel. So that's not worth going to Hush River Valley to get the satchel because I didn't craft it, so I can't wear it. Okay. So I had wanted to go to Coastal Highway. Maybe I go to Coastal Highway. That might be the best bet. Just bring a little bit of water. I mean, do I really care about saving this stuff? The coffee might be a good call. I have some coffees. I've got all this food. I'm good to go. I should be fine. And then the sticks. I do want to bring a few more sticks with me. Even though I'll find some, I don't want to have the problem I had in the past where I just ran out. You know, I ran outside thinking, oh, I'll be fine, and then I wasn't. Ooh, good call. Medicine. I have no antiseptic. Let's take 9 of those. Hi, what's up, Janet? How's it going? Oh, no worries. Yeah. I'm trying to be earlier just so that it's... Well, I think I explained a little bit last time. I'm just trying to make it so that it's easier for me at the end of the night to have it not be like super duper late because it just works out a little bit better. And the earlier I start, the earlier I start. And if the later I start, the harder it is to not start early. So I've been just going a little bit earlier every time. But 5 o'clock seems fine. If any earlier than 5, and it might be too Too early. Okay. There's a wolf. No, I'm just going to leave this food here. I don't want to carry a bunch of... whether it's cooked or not. So, I think we're going to Coastal Highway. I'm warm at the moment, which is great. I'll find some stuff along the way. I don't have to bring every last thing with me. Oh, there's another deer, though. Oh, my goodness. Do I try to kill... I'd rather go now. I know this is now the second deer that I've passed up where I could have gotten that extra deer hide because... Well, how much were the pants? 3? If I kill this deer now and get the hide off of it, but if I don't leave now, then I kind of want that deer hide to be fixed when I get back. Not fixed, cured. Hey, what's up, TR? Hey, Yan, how's it going? I'm trying to debate, do I leave right away, or do I try to take this deer out and get that last hide because I need one more... Wrong thing. I need one more hide to then craft the second pair of deer pants. But then I wouldn't be able to leave, so I'm just going to go. It's fine. I'll get some stuff in Coastal Highway, I'm sure. Although the fog is pretty nice. I gotta go. The fog is nice, but it's also not nice. It is super thick fog. Holy smokes. Maybe I don't leave right now. No, you know what? Let's go. Let's go. There are some deer carcasses in the ravine that I could take advantage of. It'd be a lot less time consuming to harvest them, and then I can leave them in the cave in the ravine or wherever, and it'll be just as good, and it's something I can do on the way. I am unencumbered at the moment, but that'll change as soon as I pick up all these sticks, I'm sure. Okay. Negative 30s? Is that Celsius? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're looking at really cold tonight, and then it's snowing, and it's supposed to keep snowing for like the next 5 hours, so... And that's a snow chicken. I don't know if it's up, or where is it? Sorry, there it is. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna try to save the bow and the arrows for more important things than shooting a single ptarmigan. I mean, at that rate, I could have just tried to hit it with a rock, but I don't really want the scent as an issue. I've been here, I believe. Oh, look at that. That's right. There's a deer carcass there as well. I'm surely I've been in here, right? Yes. Yes, I have, and don't call me Shirley. Yeah, Joe was supposed to go to some dinner, and she left and then turned right back around, and she's just like, nope. She made it a couple miles down the road, and, you know, she's like, well, the roads were kind of bad, and then she was supposed to get to, like, a more major road, and that road was not... It wasn't any better, so she's like, there's no way that she's driving from an area where we are, which is not even in the, quote, danger zone, and she was driving into the danger zone as far as where the warnings were, and so, yeah, not worth the risk. Yeah. I took a little nap, so my voice is probably a little bit grainy, so I apologize. It was necessary. We went out to dinner last night because her work, where she works with the school, they go and do a dinner every year, and do like a secret Santa exchange. And I know that's not as culturally sensitive to everybody, but they do a gift exchange for a seasonal gift exchange there. That's a little more broad spectrum coverage there. Not so offensive, hopefully, but not that it's offensive to talk about Christmas, but it's a little bit less inclusive of everyone else who doesn't celebrate. Anyway, yeah, this fog is pea soup. It's okay, I'm warm. Well, my character's warm. My character's probably warmer than I am. I know I've been in this thing, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, because I left that book behind. Took everything else. Oh, it's foggy where you are? Oh, yeah. It's current. It said it was like, well, this is Fahrenheit, so what's 24? Like -3, -4? So not terrible cold, but it's supposed to drop down to like maybe -8 or 9, -10 Celsius, which is, they said like 17 degrees Fahrenheit, so whatever that is. Chilly. What's it right now? So about as cold as it is in this game, but I'm not wearing a wolf coat or a moose cloak or deer pants and boots and all that, so I've got blankets though, so that's fine. Ooh, I thought I heard more ptarmigan, but I'm not sure what I heard. Ambient bird noises. That's right, there's the frozen guy over there. There might be ptarmigan down on the lake, or on the river, the frozen river here. I'm not going back into Pleasant Valley. I've already been there. Excuse me. A couple of times. I do want to go to Coastal Highway because I'd like to try. Oh, are you in front of me? Okay. Let's try and. He lost me. I juked him on the terrain. He's coming back. Come on then. Sprain risk. Okay. Okay. It's a good warm-up. 25 sticks, that's enough for a couple, 2-3 hours of fire. So that should be, that'll be good for when it is time to try to cook something. I mean, I'm not totally encumbered, I'm just getting tired, so hopefully the ravine is good to me and I'm able to stay the night outdoors essentially without getting too cold. I do have the ptarmigan down bedroll and it's a safe area. There's no predators here, so the only concern is going to be the other restricting factors like, do I have enough food? Do I have enough water? Am I warm? So there's lots of sticks. There's birch bark, which I can pick up, and I will, and I just have to, well, I didn't say anything about restricting tinder, so the tinder doesn't add to your fire time, so that's, oh my goodness, let me help you out here. You're growing a little close together there. This is such a nice spot. I hear crows, so that's likely the deer carcass. I don't remember have I been through here? Maybe. I don't think so. Not in this save file anyway. Oh, this is what I wanted to check. Okay, so it doesn't even say the ravine, probably because I've not been to a named location. I was just trying to think if is the rope out? Should I go find the rope? Would it be worth going down? Maybe. I'm not sure I want to go into Bleak Inlet for anything, but there is a bunker that I might be able to sneak by an initial pack of wolves to get to. Oh, coal. I mean, because it's Stalker, so some of the bunkers will be not abandoned. And if that's the case, I might be able to find some really juicy loot. Ammunition, a firearm, for example, maybe. Right, because I did not bring the rifle, and the only thing I have for ammo is 12 revolver shells. Oh, and the flare gun. I really could use a flare gun. Alright, this is the deer carcass I was talking about. I might just go for it now. Let me drink some water. Yeah, right. Risking life or limb in bad weather, especially in the wintertime, closing in on nighttime where it's supposed to be a cold snap, is recipe for complete disaster. We'll get the guts too because this might as well. That 1 kilogram of deer meat is, I don't need it right this second, but it'll be very welcome. It will be welcomed. The fat, not so much. Not terribly interested in... Ooh, that's in really rough shape. I should... Or I shouldn't necessarily... Oh, there's the rope. Okay, I was thinking I could... Not necessarily should do anything about that, but I could cook the food now and give it a chance to not poison me, but that's not what I want. I want to drop these things. And they are curing. Good. That's what I need. I'll take the scarf. I'll take this too. Why not? I know I'm super heavy with it, but we're gonna go. And I'm gonna deploy the rope. That way it's done. I don't want to go down there right now. There's another cave that there's some rabbits that I could potentially go after if I needed to. I mean, it might not be the worst thing if I have enough temperature. Oh man, I'm gonna need new glasses soon. I realized that I think I need like bifocals because if I go to look at the television, which is like, 15 feet away from me or something, I can push my glasses all the way up to my, to my face, normal style. But if I go to look at the chat directly in front of me, I have to pull my glasses down to my nose in order to actually read the text. Otherwise, I have to take my glasses off and put the tablet directly up against my face. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, okay. It's just foggy. It's hard to... Fog definitely is disorienting, even if you know where you are. Like, if you know the maps and stuff. It can make things feel different. Blend together a little bit. And be confusing. Hey, Magic. How's it going? How's everything going for you? Sorry, I was being a little... I'm trying to do my diligence with keeping up with chat so I don't get too far behind and miss out on all the chat action. I'll miss all the inside jokes and I'll feel left out. How much birch bark? I have 6, so that's not bad. Yeah, 6 is going to be fine, and then I can... Oh, 7 will be... If 6 is good, 7's better, right? No, I'm not doing any kind of reference there. Huh. Oh, another deer hide. I could get this. I mean, maybe. And it might be worth it because it's already getting kind of late and I am getting tired, so if the fog persists long enough, I can grab... Yeah, I'm going to do it. It didn't take too long to get it last time, so... And with dropping that rope off, I am less... Oh, and there's a broken arrow. That's fantastic. I didn't even think to look at the other deer to see if it had a broken anything. Yes, yeah, I remember you mentioning that you got some stuff going on, Magic, so I appreciate you stopping by. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? How's everybody doing? I don't know if I said that or not. I'm a little bit out of it still. Like I said, I took a bit of a nap, and then I'm not used to taking naps, so... Oh, it's because I was talking about we went to dinner, which was nice. But then it sort of threw me off my rhythm because I'm not used to going anywhere. They were joking that Joe let me out of the cage, and I was just like, I hope that you're that is a joke and that you're not serious, because it's not like I'm locked and I can't go anywhere. I just choose not to. I prefer to take care of my, our space, and if I don't have to go somewhere, you're not going to make me. Some grumpy old man vibes, I guess. Well, I'm doing okay. Again, I'm slightly concerned about the snow because I don't know how much. This is not the way I go, is it? Oh, it is. Okay. I'm gonna have to probably go out there and shovel after the stream, just to make sure that it doesn't get too bad, because... And then, make sure the salt is down. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to wake up first thing in the morning and do it. And I have to... Anyway, I'm just mentally preparing, right? Because the snow is one thing. The temperature is something else entirely. Now, the combination of the two is what's really going to be the biggest concern of mine, because yesterday, when I took Willow for a W, I don't want to get her all worked up because we're not doing anything now, but I took her on a W and I forgot they had salted the roads again, so as we're walking on the road, and then we get back to the house, she steps in a pile of fresh powdered snow, and it immediately melted because of the salt on her foot, and it froze her foot, basically. Now, I've had that happen before. I've had my hand covered in rock salt doing snow removal, and then I made the mistake of getting the salt off my hands by plunging my hand into snow. So here's how it works. Okay, yes, salt will melt snow, but it does it by lowering its freezing temperature. So the water, as a result of the combination of the two, is below freezing. It's liquid water below freezing. And that's why salt only works up to a certain, well, down to a certain temperature, and then it stops working. So, like, I think, for example, what you were saying, Janet, it's -30, or it's going to be, or it was. Salt's not going to work at those temperatures. It's literally just going to be like throwing pebbles on the ground. It's not going to activate chemically. And I don't know the whole process, exactly how it works. But I do know it has to do with the interaction between the two. I didn't do so good at chemistry, I'm going to be honest. I do pretty good in math and science, but I did not do so well in chemistry. Alright, so we're still warm, which is not by much though. It's dropped 7 degrees since we left. But I've also added 3 deer hide and 6 guts, and the cave is right over here. So we're going to get into the cave. I'm going to definitely want to cook the meat that I have because I didn't leave any of it behind. I could maybe wait till the morning, or wait until if it does get cold enough to where I can't go without a fire. Ooh, look at this. More food. I'm going to take all of this. Nobody said I can't have food. I can't have that though. And then... Alright, these two are pretty bad. The rest of them, I mean... They're still edible, right? They're not so bad that I wouldn't be willing to eat them. Hey, what's up, Eggsy? How's it going? Now I need to find a spot where these will be curing. That's good. And then 2 more deer hide. Fantastic. That's... I don't know why I didn't think of going this way sooner. And it's plus 11 degrees in the back of the cave. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a little bit of sleep here. And then we'll have a fire after the fact, right? I should be fine for food. Maybe I can eat a little something here. I'll eat this banged up dog food, I suppose. That'll taste delicious right before bed. I'm just gonna smash it open. I got level 3 cooking, so I don't have to worry about losing anything. I should have ate this before. Oh my god. Okay. My wife just got home and she opened the door and and it's fine. I just realized that I thought I heard something in the game and I freaked out for half a second. It's okay, I'm safe. No, you're fine. It is kind of hilarious because I was like, what the hell is that? I've never heard that before. Alright, sleepy time. Let's go. I mean, we should be fine. I don't think I have any issues whatsoever with temperature. Yes, isn't that the classic perfect timing too? Because I was like in my menu, ready to tuck into the bedroll, and then... Yeah, and then boo. Oh, good stuff. What else could I do? I could do a little bit of chores. I could sit here and read the chat like I said I was going to do. Yes, right, Jimmy. I will learn the art of master napper. Being part of the old, what's a nice way of saying it? The old fart club? No. I know. Oh, goodness. My wit is not about me. Ooh, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll get some of these. I was thinking, because the birch bark respawns, and the trader eventually asks you to get him plants. But I think the rose hips count. But the only plants that respawn, that count towards any trades that the trader wants, those specific things are... It's the birch bark, right? You can come into the ravine, you can go to Pleasant Valley, you know, there's a number of areas, even in Hush River Valley, or sorry, Ash Canyon. Hush River Valley, I think, might have some birch bark areas. I actually don't remember. But there's a number of places you can go, and you can get birch bark in a way where, unless you're playing like some of the hardcore modes, in which case that birch bark's way too valuable. You're not going to be willing to trade to anybody that's my birch bark. You can't have it. But in this situation, I got 10 already prepped. You know, that's going to go a ways, but you can't trade. This won't count as plant. you need this. The actual birch bark. In that specific example, anyway. Alright, cool. 7 arrows is not bad. Still gonna stand here for a minute.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, I know. We're heavy. Why are we heavy? Because of all the food I picked up. Oh, and the sticks. Don't worry, we'll use some of these sticks right now. It's not too cold outside, but I do want to cook this food before it gets too bad. Might as well use proper mode of light. I mean, you could just use matches, but if you fail, then you waste the match. You can fail multiple times using... I'm just going to use the accelerant. It's not like I'm running out. I mean, at that point, I could have just used the match. It would have been fine. But the idea is that you take one match and light a torch, and then from that torch, if you fail the fire start, you don't need to start another... You don't need to use another light or a match to start the... What am I saying? Your torch is still lit, right? So, if you want to save on matches, keep your torch lit. Or start a fire using a lit torch. Alright, so that's 73%. Not great. Let me just... Let's get another... These ones will be fine... Let's just go with the bigger one, whatever. I don't want to be here forever, and I am going to actually leave this deer meat here. I'm not going to eat the 73% deer meat. 49 minutes. Let's just move these things away from the fire. I could probably make... I definitely need to make more water also. Okay. There's more birch bark in this area. There's also more sticks. There could be some rabbits if they're not long gone. This is a nice little spot. There's a rabbit. I'm not really too concerned by it. I thought I saw another one. There's usually maybe 2 rabbits. Potentially more, depending on the difficulty level. I think on, like for example, Pilgrim, you get lots and lots of animals. They're everywhere. And then even if the predators are around, it's passive mode for Pilgrim. It's a good learning difficulty level, but I heard somewhere that if you play on the lowest difficulty to start with on games, then it can be very hard to bump up the difficulty because you'll develop tactics that won't work or aren't good on the other difficulty levels. So just a word of warning for people who want to play a new game like me. Don't always start on the easy part, because then you may never... It could be more of a challenge than you're expecting to get yourself going. Because like when I played on Interloper the first time, it didn't fare well for me. I did terribly. It's fine, it's whatever, but it was also like, wow, what the heck? I thought I was good at this game and had to relearn a lot of stuff, so it's all good. I'm doing a terrible job reading the chat. Right, we're not old, we're just experienced. Yes, the meat will go bad. So this meat that I harvested off of those deer carcasses were low percentage because it is day 30 something. So they've been around for a little bit. It is, I think, random, and they can't go... I don't think they can go completely bad without touching the deer, right? But they can go down to basically almost ruined So, but one of the positive things is, oh, you know what? Let's do half a liter. One of the positive things is, even if the food's ruined, you can still cook with it, and meat, like this food, for example, will go up. I'm going to eat this piece because it's 89%. So no food poisoning risk here as long as it's cooked. These two pieces here are lower percentage though, 73%. Why is my stream's not acting up for everyone, is it? Maybe, hopefully it's just on my end. But yeah, the food, like for example, this piece of moldy venison is at 33%. But once it's finished cooking, it'll add 50% to it. Okay, so it was just on my end. I'm using two different, like the PlayStation's on the 5 gigahertz and the tablets on the 2.5 gigahertz or 2.4 gigahertz feed. So tablets on Wi-Fi, PlayStation's hardlined. So it was probably just the, yeah. Anyway, I've heard other people also say don't eat the food straight off of the thing because once upon a time the food would act as though it still was uncooked and give you food poisoning and all this and that simply based on, oh geez, I don't even have hardly any teas. That's fine, I don't have to worry about that. Let's just take the water. We'll start taking some torches. The sun's out and it sounds like it might be windy, so there's an oh no, it's still a little bit foggy. That's actually really good. Like I say, there's not much point in taking a torch to stay lit if the fire goes out immediately. Oh, let me see here. I guess I'm not leaving any water here. I'm not leaving any sticks. Now, we're heading towards a spot that is a little bit nerve-wracking. Not gonna lie, I'm not using the drift stick controller. I'm using the regular one, so this should be fine. I'm not gonna auto walk over the edge or anything, but I have to cross a trestle, and I have to go through a little bit of a tunnel first. This is not the trestle. This is just a regular bridge. There's crows for somebody down there. Down there is the lower ravine. I'm not going off the edge, I promise. But there's a rope climb. The rope climb's over there, and you'd go down here, and then there's a few odds and ends. But that's one way to get to Bleak Inlet. There's a path that you can take. Well, it's a waterway, whatever. I'm not going there, but going down there might not be out of the question on the way back, potentially. We'll see. I'm not sure if a flare gun still spawns down there. There used to be a flare gun and a stim guaranteed down in the lower ravine there, but ever since they changed the loot, I don't think it is any longer. It's no longer there, right? Or at least it's not guaranteed. It was on Interloper. It was like, you're going to find a stim, you're going to find a flare gun, you're going to find like 2 or 3 flare shells. It was almost one of those speedrun tactics. You go down there, you find that, you find a hacksaw, you sprint to the summit. And then maybe you find some more flare shells. But the flare gun allowed you to get past the bear or the moose that might be in your way to getting to the summit. Because if you can get up there, there's coffee, there's herbal teas, some clothing, some food. It's a jump start into an interloper run. But it also depends on where you spawn. If you spawn in Desolation Point, you're not sprinting to Timberwolf Mountain. Because you gotta go through Timberwolf, or you gotta start in Desolation, get through Crumbling, go to Coastal, And then from Coastal you can get to Pleasant Valley, but then you have to cross all the way to through Pleasant Valley. Maybe not straight across the map, but it's a long journey. So, oh, piece of coal. I wish I could. Yes, the fun bridge. Yep. I'm auto walking right now just to save my thumb. I do enjoy the auto walk feature. There's a lot of walking in this game. I kind of wish DayZ had auto walk, but there's other games that do have it where I won't use it. Like Stranded Deep has an auto walk, but it's clunky. Like the oh, you know what? Hold on. I don't remember. They changed certain things. Like the rope bridges. Like for example, can I even drop this on here, or will it? Okay, you can still drop them on here. That's fine. The rope bridges, like in Ash Canyon and stuff, you could no longer drop anything onto them, so you can't chain torches while on the actual rope bridge. So I've gotten into the practice of swapping torches preemptively. So I am not looking at chat for a minute here, so I mean, what else is new? I'm sorry. I do try to keep up, but now if you don't look down, but I do have to look down. I always look down to make sure I'm lined up. You go across this one, and then this one's the weird one. It's a little bit wider than you might think. So, for example, this is one way you can check. Oh boy, never mind. It's like this wide between the two hashes, right? So that's about as much room as you have. So if you oh god. Yeah, I was gonna say, let me not manifest falling off, but if you do slip one way or the other, it gives you a tiny bit of wiggle room. But otherwise, that's pretty much game over. Like you're not making it down there. I think there's a what do they call it? A dead zone or a death wall or something at some point where even if you were to try to go down there and were able to find like a way that you could goat down, you might just run into a death wall anyway. So not necessarily worth it. Did I bring any no decoys? Okay. Nice, we're making moves, we're making moves. That's probably what I should. I wasn't sure what I would name it. I'm never good at naming titles ahead of time because I never know what I'm going to do. So I just put go time. You know, it's time to do something, right? We gotta move out of Mystery Lake where we've been for like 3 weeks, seemingly. Yes, for science. I've done a lot of science stuff in this game. Things that I'm like, let me just see if this works or doesn't work. You know, hey, can you fall from this spot? Yes or no? I'm not going to do it in a run where I don't want to lose the character, though. So there is not going to be anything for science if I know the result could be death. Unless, I mean, let me say that again. There's not going to be any, like, vertical experiments. Let's just say that. We're not going to do any gravity experiments. I'm sorry. I have done some sciencey stuff. I don't know if my channel is messy, I suppose. I've got a lot of videos that aren't in playlists, and I've tried to clean it up before, and I just have so many. It's hard to go and try to find anything specific. I probably could try to find some of the videos and put them in like a for science type of playlist. I just haven't. It's a lot of the stuff that I would like to do, I think having a computer would make it easier. And so because it's not necessarily easy to do, it becomes time consuming and frustrating, and I just don't. So I do my best to have things be in a playlist, but I also have like clutter from videos before I had a microphone and headset and didn't do audio. I didn't do commentary with them. And I just was recording just to record. And anyway, some of those videos made it to the channel, and they might be locked behind being private at this point, or I might have just straight up deleted them. But there's hundreds of videos on the channel, so it's like, how do you search through those? Is that a hatchet? I know I see the hatchet, but
Perfect.
76%. Food, why not? I'll move the hatchet, but I don't want it. I think it's like a kilogram or something like that. It's a kilogram more than I need to be carrying. I already have an 80-something% hatchet, so don't need this one. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna. I can't put my hopes on a chance for that, though. So I'll just get excited and then potentially let down. I've had to learn to be a little bit more of an even keel thing, and you know, patience. I do lack patience at times, but anyway. Oh no, I can't pick that up yet. Now I can. Oh, what is this? Look at that. Fisherman's sweater. This is like the second best sweater in the game. That's okay. I'm going to leave it there. Sure, leather's fine. Bandage I'll definitely take. Herbal tea is fantastic. I could take some of this cloth, but I still have a bunch. Like 14 is plenty. Peaches. Just all of the heaviest things I can possibly take. Do I have more leather? I might take these shoes, because the shoes are pretty light. They do take time to break down.
Getting a bit thirsty.
Yeah, that's okay. We've got water for that. Kinda heavy. I mean, it's definitely the food. I could leave some stuff behind at some point. Yeah, well, here's the thing, XZ. This is, if you die, you're dead. There is no quick save. This is permadeath. Even at the easiest level, there is cheat death, which is an option, but it's not an option where you're just going to load back where you just died. You're going to load somewhere else with half your condition, some brutal negative trait that might be temporary or could be permanent, and you're not going to have any of your stuff. So this is like more like DayZ in the sense that if you die, you respawn from the beginning, but you don't respawn, you start a new save. Start a new file, new game, new everything. Or you could choose to cheat death, which is not... It's almost harder than starting fresh, honestly. And this is right... I think this might be where I was. It was right here. This is where I died the first time ever. I was right in this hole. I ran out of firewood in a blizzard. Didn't know where I was. On pilgrim mode. Oh, I'm gonna lose my torch. It's pretty awesome, though. I mean, that's the thing, though. If you have an idea, or if you, whoever, if somebody, person A, has an idea for something to do in this game, the best thing to do would be to start a new save. And then test it in that save file that you know is not part of some other thing that you're already trying to do. What is that? Oh, okay. Oh boy. Getting loaded up with sticks. I'm gonna need to start a fire, or I'm gonna have to deposit these somewhere. Now, these little trailers are great. I hear wolves, but they're not. They don't sound close. They sound like around. Yeah, because this torch is going to go out here pretty soon. I should be fine temperature-wise, so it should not be an issue anyway, but...
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Alright, yeah, no problem, Eggsy. I appreciate you being here. Ooh, a lantern. Yes. I think I'll leave it for now. This might be where I leave some stuff. It's a little bit closer to the exit. I probably could have left more things at the other one, but I usually don't go back up that road, so I might not leave things here. Ooh, so, oh wait, I can... I'm just gonna leave them. They're not very efficient to break down. You get one cloth, but it takes 20 minutes. So at that rate, I could take this bedroll, 27 minutes gives me 6 cloth. Way more efficient. Alright. This torch is about to go out. I'm just gonna not worry about it. I'll let the torches go out. I've got flares, so... Oh, nice. Yeah, if you guys don't, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know XZ, he does stream. He plays a lot of cool games. A little bit different category than what I'm playing here, but it's fun because he plays a lot of different games. Wow, I did not realize I had so much old man beard liking. Let me actually do something with that. Where is it? Yeah, I need at least 2 of them, I think. Let me check more stuff here. 7 bandages is fine. 2 of these for now is fine. Because these weigh almost as much as the entire stack of the other stuff. Tons of food. That's definitely part of what's weighing me down. Not a lot of water. These shoes, yeah. I mean, some birch bark. Not in the terrible spot. And the sticks. 59 sticks. That's 8.5 plus kilograms. And then 15 cloth is plenty. The water situation, I should have thought about that. I maybe could have started a fire using that torch before it went out. But there's lots of sticks around here, so I think we're just going to keep moving. XZ streams, you might actually be kind of up your alley, Jenny. He does some like horror type games. I can't remember, like he did like the one of the new Alien games recently, and then what was another one? What was it? Am I Human or I'm Not Human? Something like that. That was pretty cool. And honestly, I have missed quite a few of his more recent streams simply because of the we did the time zone differences and like when he streams versus when I am awake. But I try to watch as many people as I can, and that does make it a little tough because there's only so many hours in a day. But yeah, Gan and TR and Jimmy, like those guys are often watching what Eggsy does, so they might have a better idea of And again, my brain's at half capacity at the moment. I'm at like 50% here for whatever reason. So I'm not sharp like I often can be. So my recall is limited at the moment. Oh, more birch sap. Are those birch? Yeah, those are birch. Definitely want to grab some of those. And more sticks. And there's more sticks over here. Oh, this is actually a pretty decent spot on the map. Even though it is a little bit out of the way, there is a bear spawn not too far that way. Here, let me help you saplings grow by cleaning up this area. I think what I might do is, because down here is fishing camp, I believe. Yeah, right down there. It's behind all those trees, but there's a row of huts. Not huts, what would you call them? Oh, sprained ankle. Not great. Oh, that's my wrist. That's fine. Oh, jeez. There's the bear. I'm glad to see it. If I'm being totally honest, this is one of the sketchier places to be because the bear will walk straight in front of the houses, and exiting a house can be deadly or you have to just be prepared to immediately turn around and go back in the house because the bear might be right there and it'll give you just a split second. Yeah, you see the trail? He walks out onto the ice, straight across through here, follows the road down, and then goes up because his cave is somewhere over up in the woods over there. But I think we're good for now. Straight over the pallet. Whoa, how often? I don't remember this house being this color. That's cool. Has it always been this color? Is this new? Or am I just not paying attention? It's possible I was not paying attention. Alright, let's put some of this firewood in the fishing hut over here. This does not have a door, but it's closest to these buildings, and it's a pretty decent little spot for fishing. I did not bring the tip up with me. I think it's still in the fishing hut in Mystery Lake, but if I can get a piece of scrap metal, and I think that's all I need is one oh, sure, a flare shell. How about a flare gun? That'd be fantastic. Let me just move this out of the way.
This stuff will come in handy.
The wires and the fishing line, that's good. I'm just checking the tops here. I always like to string the cursor over top because it'll help point out things that you might not see right away. How many of these can I do? All of them. Okay, well, I want some of them. I'll leave 50 in here. That seems like a pretty decent amount.
I'll take it.
No charcoal, but I do have some here. We'll just do a little mapping real quick. There we go. So that's all that charcoal gives you when you map. Unless you find a spot, there are some other spots that are Vista locations. You know what else could I do? I could leave a bunch more stuff here. Not the saplings. I guess some of the food. Ugh, that's a lot of food though. I'm gonna find even more food. I don't want to. Peaches. Oh dear. Yeah. Let me leave something here. Jeez, not these either. If I do a fire, I do need a fire. I'll just cook some of that stuff up right this second. And we can use the magnifying lens, right? 75% chance. Let's do it. Hey, Lady Q, how's it going? Nice. Let's get some water. Do I have tablets? No, so I'll have to add a little bit more firewood. That's okay. I still have a torch. Oh, speaking of having things, let me drop. Let's just add both of those to radial.
You need to rest soon.
Yeah, I know. We'll rest. Don't worry. We're going to smash these cans open. Because these are a little bit heavy. And they'll give me a cooking point. The faster I can get to the cooking level 5, the better. But naturally speaking, you will get there before too long. I'm only level 3, almost level 4. So it's still a long journey before I hit level 5. And well, I mean, if I'm being totally honest, it is harder to cook when you're... Yeah, it's a lot harder to cook, like, because this, I think, lasts at least an hour, the cedar. That's worth about 6 sticks, 7, 8, 9, something, I forget. But I need a lot more sticks to equal 1 cedar firewood for time. And then, of course, if I was, like you saw how long it, like how much moose meat is still left uncooked at camp office, just because I didn't have the firewood for it. I didn't have the fuel. So, cooking up larger animals like that, you know, is how usually you will get to that higher cooking level faster. Because you get more points. The more things you cook, you get a point for. There we go. Let's just fast forward this a little bit. I might need more water than this, though. Because this is only 1 liter. That's only going to get me so far. So I'll do a 2nd liter. It's actually pretty hot out. Or, pretty hot. Pretty cold out. So the... And -9, it's actually not that cold. The wind is pretty rough. Awesome, yeah, no problem. I appreciate you coming by. It's always nice to see you. Alright, let's eat this food. I'm not too concerned about the temperature. I'm more concerned about getting the weight. Because that saved me a ½ kilogram. I mean, it's crazy. 1 can of peaches is ½ kilogram. Like, all of these other food items I have are 0.1 kilograms each. And then, of course, there's the water, but I could make a couple more coffees. Yeah, gonna need some more fuel on this. Ooh, and yeah, I was gonna say, starting to snow. I'm gonna have to hang out in these fishing huts tonight. There's more sticks to be had over by the fishing huts, and I do have an 87% torch. I'm gonna try and get a couple more. That's a terrible torch. Give me a good one. No, 2 bad ones. That one's fine. That one's better. I'll break down some of these other torches, the not so good ones. It'll be fine. And that's pretty close right there. I could add 1 more actually. It's basically a stick trade. You trade 1 stick for a shot. It's like a roulette game almost. Maybe not roulette. That might be the wrong verbiage there, but it's the closest little mini game, aside from maybe the opening of the safes, where you have to crack the lock, you have to do the combination code. That's, I guess you could consider that a mini game. Okay, and the snow is less windy now, so that's nice. But yeah, you put a stick in, you don't get, sorry. When you put a stick into the fire, you don't get the same amount of time you get if you pull a torch out of the fire, right? It takes away 10 minutes worth of time to take a torch. And then the higher your fire starting skill level is, the more time the fuel lasts when you add it to the fire, and eventually you can get to the point where adding a stick gains more time than you lose from pulling out a torch. But it's like you get maybe a minute, but then when you break down a torch it takes 2 minutes. So the other factor would be, how cold is it? If it's really cold outside and you have level 5 fire starting, your fire lasts longer. I don't know the math on it, but I think you can basically get 2 to 1. That might be the maximum amount that you get for it. So like, if you have an hour on the fire and it's cold outside and you've got the higher skill level, that single hour fire will actually last 2 hours. I'll take, the line. I didn't know that was line. I'll take the whetstone. There should be a hook as well, right? There's the hook. No hammer. I'll take the matches. Right? No hammer here. Used to be a hammer spawn. There, it could still be. I don't know. Oh, and I can go inside this house. I forgot. On Interloper, I do a lot of comparisons here, but on Interloper, this hut right here is burnt. I think 100% of the time. The bear had left not that long ago. Jeez. The sky is looking a little bit ominous. It might aurora tonight. I'm not sure. Alright, Magic. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, look at that. More peaches. Ooh, there's the piece of metal that I want. Oh, soda is actually huge right now. Oh, you know what? Will it let me drink the whole thing? It did. Okay. And I don't have a pry bar.
This would be good for anything.
Lantern fuel, huh? I mean, lantern fuel is pretty good. Pretty decent. Is there anything under the bed? Yes. There's cloth in here too. If we, oh, there's something. This has curtains, which is great. That's a lot of cloth. 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 cloth that you could harvest from just this cabin. Now, there's still 3 more to search. Yeah, look at that. That's really cool looking. There was an update recently, another update to the game, and I don't know what got updated. I think it was just minor bug fixes, but though they said it had to do with crashes. So I'm unsure. I've never seen that cabin like that. I swear it looks like it's painted yellow. I'm used to them looking like this, just regular wood. So I don't know, maybe it had to do, I don't know. I didn't read the patch notes for the 2.51, but hey, what's up, Arnman? How's it going? Yeah, I did read the, I'll take the spray paint. I'm going to end up wanting to mark some stuff because I'm going to be visiting a lot of places, and I will forget where I left things. I usually like to leave stuff in the cabin closest to the fishing hut. I'll take all this stuff. This bed, though. This is only a +6 bed. This is a nice bed. Not the book. Oh, more matches.
This stuff will come in handy.
Bandage. More cloth in here. I could break this chair down if I needed to. I mean, for the cloth specifically, I could get some reclaimed, I think I get from it, and then some tinder.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah. The reclaimed would be for if I wanted to craft something. But there's tons of reclaimed around. The pallets, when you break those things down, there's a bunch of pallets out here. You get reclaimed wood if you break down chairs, tables, little crates. Those all give reclaimed wood. Like these, there's a lot of wood to be had. Yeah, 2 hours for 16 reclaimed wood, and I think it's 400 calories. All right, have a good one, Eggsy. That is correct. I don't make maps anymore. I have a mental I can't tell you what everything's called, like named locations. I'd be hard pressed to be able to give someone else directions. But I do have a general knowledge. My general knowledge of all of these different maps is pretty good. Some of them to the point where I could navigate like in a blizzard if I had to. Not everywhere, not every map, and you know. But I don't need to mark the maps anymore because I know them all. Yeah. Like I know this is fishing camp, and then I know it'd be hard to say where along this whole thing I would need to go, but essentially I need to go over here to get to Brokered Railroad, but I want to go along the edge to Beachcomb. I'm looking for more arrows. That's one of the main reasons to come out this way, is to Beachcomb. There's only a few maps in the world map that allows you to, they're coastal, right? So they have a shoreline. That's the only spot you can Beachcomb. And you'd be surprised what you're able to find. Sometimes it's not useful stuff, and other times it's exactly what you're looking for. So this is the one that I'm going to stay and put all my stuff at. I probably should have marked the door before I went in here, because using the spray paint will act similarly to using the... I'm just going to go... Oh, I don't want the flashlight. I'll show you, because I'll use it real quick before I run out of daylight. It might be too late. In order to map, you have to have proper visibility. So if it's too foggy, if it's too dark, or if it's snowing too hard, you lack the visibility to use the mapping feature. So the charcoal I did worked fine, and I'm just going to drop this. Pick this up. We're gonna just put storage, and then it might say too low visibility to mark on map. Yeah, but if I do this, I should have been looking at it. There we go. That marked the map. And if it wasn't too low visibility for, I don't know why I could do the charcoal but not this, but using charcoal on an area where you've used the spray paint, when the spray paint doesn't show up, will show the spray paint. I have done a run before where it was just for my own benefit, but one of the achievements in this game is the cartography achievement, where you have to map all named locations. It's a little different now because they didn't include some of the newer maps that are currently out. And it used to be bugged, so where you couldn't even get it.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
But they've since fixed all those issues. Let's see here. How many more torches do I have? Yeah, let's use one more. Just to make sure I don't... I do have... No, I didn't pick up the lantern. The lantern's at the other spot. Alright, do a little bit of rearranging here. Let's just move this. Can I move the pillow? No. I can move the rug. And get rid of the garbage. That's a little better. Give it a little bit of a personal touch. Let's just shove that under here. The rocking chair, a little bit more room. There. Good enough. Oh, I probably will move the trash can as well, actually. If it lets me, yes. Move the trash can. I don't know where to put it, actually. I'll just put it right here, next to the bed. I'm going to move all this stuff around. Here we go. We don't need to worry about the window. Put the backpack on top of this thing. There. Now, I'm not going to put food inside of these containers, but I could start putting other things like these matches. I don't need all three of those. Just save one of them. I probably should have put the table over there. Don't need that. I mean, I could use this. Oh, you know what? I will keep that. Put that in there. Drop these birch saplings that I totally forgot I had. Just being a little bit over meticulous here with my tidying, but I could move this over to here. Like so. Oh, I need this. The torch is going to go out. It'll be alright. Just move these stack of papers. I don't really need the paper. The thing I want to do here is... I'll do it in the morning. I'll do it when the... when I can see. Well, I'll drop some of the food and put it on the shelf. It'll look nice. Oh my goodness. Aurora, there's no, what is it called? There's no radio here. And I think the battery charge will just die once the Aurora is officially over. I don't think I get to keep the charge. It'll just drop to nothing. We'll test it out. It lasts a decent amount of time. Okay, we'll drop those are bad. Drop peaches. Essentially, I'm just going to drop some of the lower quality stuff that might poison me. think the beef jerky is fine. I'm gonna be completely loaded with beef jerky. The crackers I don't think can poison me. I know the fish can, but I'm just gonna go ahead and eat some now. These are heavy, so that's pretty much it. I wish you could drop the light, the flashlight, and have it stay lit. I am slightly surprised that it's still going. I wonder if that is a feature. I've never really tested it. This is kind of a sciencey thing. The fact that I'm trying to determine whether or not this is just going to get put out, as it were. Maybe going through the loading screen. Like if I was to unequip it and then try to re-equip it, would it just, the battery just completely drain? Or is it still a bit of an aurora outside now? Because it's not fully day yet. But when I go outside, it might be dead. Oh, look at that. Okay. It is kind of cold. I didn't leave any water. I'm going to leave a little bit of water right here. Let's go beachcombing. It's not too cold. -2 is fine. It'll warm up. Coastal Highway is so gorgeous. I love this map. Because of the ice, you can... Anyway, I'm a sucker for a good view. In a game where it looks nice, I just started playing Medieval Dynasty. And that game is really cool also. I might include that in... I might do a playthrough of Medieval Dynasty at some point, actually. I bought Days Gone because I was watching Loki play that game. And I'm going to hold off on that one. I don't know if that's... that might be a little bit too strong... too strong for this channel, as it were. But I did pick that up because it looks awesome. I had heard about Days Gone and never really gave it a chance, but Medieval Dynasty, same thing. That game's been out for a long time, and but that's definitely more up the alley of like survival, you know, sort of. It's not exactly survival, but it's not a zombie game, so it is survival. But there's crafting, there's building, there's progression system. There is exploration. I do suppose there are bandits in the game. More peaches. Ooh, rifle ammo. That's huge. But specifically saying, the scenery in that game is amazing. It's an open world that you can explore, and that is 100% my thing. I love exploring open worlds, and it's different with this game because I've already explored the open world. I know what I'm doing, but it's still fun. It's still probably my favorite game of all time. I don't see anything over there. Sometimes you might find some stuff going that direction, but I'm just going to go this way. Alright, so the tail end of the aurora is just about over. I'm not seeing any more in the sky, and the battery is still going. So I might run out of battery actually before it would just automatically cut off. If it even does. There's something. That might be an animal. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it did just cut off. Right at the end of the night. Okay, cool. So it officially turned into day, and the battery just cut off. I don't know if I can reach this deer without it being all... Oh, good, I can. Let's do this. We'll get the meat first. Because it looks like the snow's coming. I don't know if it's gonna be a quick onset to like a blizzard or something. Hopefully not. It's not looking great. Let's get these. Yeah, Medieval Dynasty is cool. I've played a little bit of time with it. Nothing too out of pocket yet. Just trying to figure it out. So there's the first time I've got like 2 different save files. I think it allows for 3 different saves, but the first one I just went with whatever the default was for everything. And that included days in a season. So it defaults to 3 days in a season, which is way too low. You can hardly get anything done in 3 days. And that's even if you don't sleep ever, which you don't have to sleep in this game. Anyway, the problem is the second save file that I made, I set it at 30 days, which is way too many. Oh yeah, this is a blizzard, 100%. Let's get out of here. Is there any fish right here? I'll have to finish beachcombing later. This is Jackrabbit Island, though. This one I know. I know the name of this one. Jackrabbit Island is named such because there are so many different rabbit spawns, but so wolves can get up here, I think, and then, but there's no bear. I've never seen a bear up here, unless you were to somehow drag it from the fishing camp all the way over. Let's just get in the house. Yeah, in the house. Yes, you can fall through the ice. If you get too close while beachcombing, the ice becomes weak. And if you stay on the weak ice too long... Oh, a carrot. If you stay on the weak ice too long, it'll crack underneath you and you'll fall in. You'll instantly get hypothermia. All your clothing will be soaked. And that's not a good time. Hypothermia can result in death in this game. A book? No thanks. Let's just put the bow away. Let me put these other things down. I'll have to remember to use the... I did bring it, right? Yeah, I got the spray paint with me. Lots of books. Some tinder. Tinder I won't need for very much longer. I should be fine. Yeah, 12 tinder. I might not even go through all of those before I reach level 3 fire starting. Oh, nice. Broth. It's acceptable. It's not elegant broth anymore. I'm curious. They must have imported that from somewhere because there are no snow chickens on this map. Potato. Nothing in the microwave. That's unfortunate. Not that I need anything from the microwave, but sometimes you can find coffee or herbal tea inside there. Any item that you find... More spray paint. Any food item that you find, like this, for example, this is already cooked, right? You'd have to go through a process of making the broth in order to get broth, but because I didn't make it... Oh my god, flour. That's definitely staying here. Because I didn't already cook the broth, if I make a fire and set that broth next to it and heat it up, and then pick it up, I'll get a cooking point for it. Because I didn't cook the broth until that moment. It's a little bit of a cheese strat, but if you can get... if you can find enough items that are already cooked, you can get a few skill points from it. But I'm just going to leave it here for now. I'm going to leave the peaches. That is horrible. Soda won't hurt you. Canned food can't hurt you unless it's below 20%. I don't have the recipes. I don't have any recipes yet. Potato, I'll leave. The carrot, I'll leave. I mean, goodness me, there's a lot of stuff here.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
We're not going to be carrying too much more, Astrid, I promise. I won't start a fire outside just because it's not going to be easy to find a spot. With the way the blizzard's whipping out there, I could get some wind protection, but there's also the chance that the wind changes direction and then just puts the fire out, and it's not worth it to me. I would have to use 20 plus sticks just to be warm.
This will come in handy.
No, I don't need the clothing. I'll take the water. Yeah, the feature is very interesting. The weak ice feature, that is. There's some places where you wouldn't think
Nobody needs this anymore.
there would be weak ice, but there is, and it can catch you off guard. And if you're not prepared to... Okay, so hypothermia is the reason why it's so dangerous. Because if you get hypothermia, the only way to get rid of it is to not be cold for 24 in-game hours straight. Like, you have to be warm. Otherwise, it completely resets the timer. Does this place have a fireplace? I think it does, no? No, it doesn't. Oh, that's sad. I still have lots and lots of food. I want to cook that meat. I might just leave it out here for now, at least, so it doesn't go completely bad. If the raw meat will spoil a lot faster in warm temperatures, like being inside anywhere. So leaving it outside in the snow helps it from going bad. It does still decay, but it takes longer. Okay, so the temperature is still going down. I'm not sure how far down it's going to go. Wind chill's only -2, so if I stepped out into the wind, it would probably be like -12 or something. Let's just look. -22 wind chill, so that's pretty darn cold. I probably should have brought the broth out here and set it next to there so that I could get the cooking point from it, or at least try to remember to, because I don't want to bring it with me. I don't want to bring the flour with me. It's just so heavy. This is what, 0.8 kilograms, and this is 1.5. This weighs the same amount as like a. How much does my hatchet weigh? 1.5. Yeah, so pretty darn heavy. It's awesome stuff though. It's worth having, but it takes a lot of time, fire time, to do anything with it, because there's, and I don't have a skillet with me. I didn't bring the skillet, so I can't do, like, you can make, well, there's a lot of good stuff you can make with the, what was it, the Frontier update, whatever the heck that was. This stuff. Oh, this is with the cooking pot. With the skillet, you could make bannock, pancakes, pies, and there's other recipes that I don't have at the moment, so I couldn't make those. But with the cooking pot, you can make, there's oats, you can make porridge, you can make the broth. It gives you the recipe. You need salt, but I didn't bring the salt. And then you need a lot of water. I do have the family stew. Ooh, I could maybe make this at some point. I don't have corn. I need to find canned corn. Great. And they do give you some benefits. The really good ones I don't have yet. there, because this is a recipe I found. I'd have to find the other recipes. But I could make trout stew, venison stew, ptarmigan stew, rabbit stew. You just need a little bit of broth. You need the whatever meat you're going to use and a little bit of flour. So this stuff right here plus this, like I could make a bunch of venison stew if I wanted to. But it takes over an hour to cook it. And so at the moment I just don't have enough. I have maybe enough sticks to do it, but not really. Okay, what else could I do? Yikes. Yeah, this hat was never even on my person. It just wears down in my bag. It's interesting, but... Okay, clothing's still holding up pretty fine. Too many antibiotics. I meant to leave some of these things behind. That's a lot of medicine. It's the prepared stuff is really what's heavy. So much food. I probably should still leave more of this behind. This I might leave behind. It's in really good shape, but... Condensed milk. It's an awesome food item. You get both calories and hydration. Eat some of these food items that are gonna get bad faster. And I can leave some water. I stole some of this water from the toilet anyway. There. Yeah, I think this will go bad fast if I leave it outside. I'm not sure. Some of the food items are better left inside and they degrade slower because they're indoors. And then others will degrade faster because they're indoors. And it still sounds terrible out. Oh, I'm gonna move that book. There we go. I probably could, maybe I should just sleep. But on the off chance that I need this leather for something, I know I found some and left it behind, but because I left it behind, I want to make sure I have some. I don't think I need it for anything, but y'all, you used to stay at Jackrabbits before the pathing, right? Misanthropes is the next one. On that one, I've been jump scared by the bear. Still sounds like a blizzard. I could make some more fishing tackle. I've got lots of line, so if I did leave a fish, or I left some scrap metal behind. I don't have a hacksaw on me. Quite a few odds and ends. I should have left some of the feathers. I don't need that many. They're not heavy, but they do add up. Alright, I'm just going to sleep another hour. Hey, I watched people play games. I still watch other people play games, even if I play a lot of games myself. If it wasn't for watching other people play games, I don't know that I would have ever found some of the games that I really enjoy playing now. I almost want to say it's not an infinite amount of games, but there's an endless amount of games out there. So finding the ones that you personally enjoy playing can be a little difficult. Oh, speaking of difficult, it's going to be really difficult for me to remember things. So I'm going to do this. I hope that it shows up. Okay, good. Food and drink. Let's get the bow out. I'm gonna grab all these sticks because I feel like I don't have enough. All these fishing huts, there's not a ton of them, but there's, I think that's the one that's right through there. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 6 or 7 fishing huts in Coastal Highway. And I think only one of them can have a door, maybe 2, I forget. But there are, some of them have doors, and those ones are awesome. Not always the best location. Like the one that has a door isn't always in the best spot for where you would want to fish. But if you can find one that does have a door, then you are protected from the wind at all times if you have it shut. What is that? Cattail head, I don't need that. Is there anything over here? That might be the other island. Yeah. Alright, well, perfect time of day to be walking along the coast. As long as I don't fall in. Hey, is that a fish? Or is that birch bark? Oh, look at that. Awesome. And then there's a fish. What is this? A flare shell. Washed. Oh, it's a cattail head. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So, birch bark does not naturally spawn on this map. Like all of these wooded areas that you can search, you'll not find any birch bark. So the only way you're going to find birch bark on this map is through the beachcombing, which is pretty awesome. It's not necessarily rare, but it's not the most common spawn for that. And I've seen timberwolves spawn on Coastal Highway before. I've never experienced it. Oh, is this gonna give me, what is this? Is this got arrows? Come on, give me arrows. Yes, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Arrow, food, arrow. Now those arrows might not be 100%. Oh, this is a good fishing hut right here. I definitely stop here and fish. Oh my goodness, look at that. 20, that's a terrible revolver. It's been sitting next to the ocean for too long. But that's why I brought the gun cleaning kit with me. And I did pass up another cleaning kit up the hill on my way in. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to this. There's the weak ice symbol. I'm not going to bother. I hear crows. Okay. Now this is Misanthrope's Island. They added there's a deer spawn on the top of the hill, and when they first added that deer spawn, I swear to God, every single time I came over here, I got jump scared by the same deer. Like when I was doing the trader quests and all of that. Oh, that's so generous. You can actually keep that. I'll give you a feather anyway. I don't need your tinder plug. The poor guy out here with just a tinder. Oh, hello, rabbits. Yep. Scatter. Run away. Alright. I will go up onto Misanthrope's Island, but first I'm going to go along the edge here. Well, the deer, excuse me, I didn't know that there was a deer that spawned there, so I didn't recognize what I heard as being a deer. I just heard an animal, and the only, I Not example. Oh my god, a rifle cartridge? Are you kidding me? Ooh, Stalker. Stalker loot, baby. Oh, another one of these. So, that's fantastic. So, beachcombing is so OP. I just found 2 arrows and then a broken arrow. So, that's 3 more arrowheads I didn't have. And if I can find a flare gun, like, I'll be in business. And then the fact that I found a rifle shell, a cartridge, not just a shell, means that potentially you could find infinite ammo. Not infinite, but like never ending. It's not going to be like I'm going to have hundreds of rounds. But the other part is that I don't think gun cleaning kits are infinite. Like there's a finite amount. Okay. I'll take those, I guess. I'm not going to wear them. There's a finite amount of resources, so if you survive long enough, you will expend all resources available. And you're going to have to find new and clever ways of coming up with new stuff. Oh, there's a fish. Moldy. Not even ruined. I'm going to move this away from the beachcomb spot. And I think they trigger with blizzards, right? They reset with a blizzard. I better be careful. Carrying this fish is dangerous. Let me in. There's nothing there for me. Because a bear can spawn over here. Wolves can come up this way. There's a lot of dangers around misanthropes. What's over here? Look at that. Is that wolves? Are those regular wolves? Oh boy. That might just be 2 regular wolves. I don't think this is a beachcomb person. But it maybe I'm not sure. That's a weird spot. That's kind of weird. There's only 2 wolves out there, so that makes me think they're not timber wolves. There's also a bear that can spawn. That's its cave, right? Where is it? Over here? Where's the bear cave? I think it's right there. Or no. Oh, I'm so confused. I almost never come back that way to beachcomb. There's more beachcombing along the way, but I want to avoid those wolves. I think the bear cave is on the other side of this. Like on the other side of that snow ridge. So that's what I'm very concerned about, running face to face with a bear. I am not skilled enough to one-shot it with a bow, I don't think. I don't want to get surprised by it. What do we got here? More flare shells. Oh, are you going to give me a flare gun? Is that telling me something? Come on. Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness. Let's just load that baby up right away. I am no longer scared of bears. Alright. That's an insane number of flare shells, by the way. Cool. So yeah, 1 trip down the edge of the beachcombing. I mean, that backpack helped a lot. Alright, so straight ahead there. I don't want to pull or like aim anything because... Is that the bear? There's the bear right there. Is that this bear? That's not the same. That's not this bear, is it? I know this bear can go way over there, and I don't know if it can go on the ice like that, because there's another bear spawn up in the hills that I think might be this guy, but I'm not sure. Okay, there's a bunch of wolves over there. Those potentially might be timber wolves. I'm not sure. Ooh, some... Oh, I thought I saw water. That's right. We're going to double back to Misanthropes and check that house. Ooh, scrap metal, nice. It'd be good to find a hacksaw, because I didn't bring one with me. Here, let's just do this. I'll do this every so often, especially if I'm not cold. The sun shining. I'll try to mark some of the map as I can. You only get so many charcoal from fires that you haven't made yourself. Oh, that's right. I also got a revolver. I need to remember that. And it had a shell in it. That's pretty good. Oh, that's right. Those houses over there might not be all burnt down either. That's cool. Could go to Desolation Point. I do like that map. Potentially find some more stims. Or at least a stim. An emergency stim. There's more beachcombing. That's the main goal. So I can leave a bunch of stuff here. I can mark the house as having storage, and then there are a few, or at least 2 workbenches in this map. One of them's at Quonset, which is over in that direction, I think. And then the other one is at the fishing hut, or the fishing camp, which is where I was. And there is one in the Cinder Hill coal mines. I don't know if that counts as Pleasant Valley or Coastal Highway, though. Let me just get some kind of weapon out. Oh, yeah, this is where the deer would be, is up over here. Based on the bear spawning right down there, when I first heard the deer, I thought I was being charged by a bear. It was not a logical thought process behind it. It was, oh crap, what is that? And then the instinctive run away or, you know, fight sort of mentality, but there. Where is it? There it is. Yep. That was the deer. I could barely see it before it took off, but I'd never heard or seen a deer on the hill before. And so it took a little bit of getting used to. And then the trader had asked for all kinds of... I was doing ridiculous level trades where he was asking for 20 kilograms of meat or fish, and then I've since learned to, if you make trades, make simple trades. Don't go crazy. That might be a pack of Timberwolves. I don't know. There's 4 of them out there, so usually a pack of Timberwolves, there's 5 wolves. But I do have more arrows now than I used to, so that's good. I don't know. I don't have a zoom unless I aim, and I don't care to aim to get a zoom. I wish there was binoculars in this game or something. That'd be awesome. With the greenish yellow clouds. Very neat. I think those got added when they added zone of contamination, right? Oh dear. Yeah, let's go into the house. Let me mark this door first. What am I going to put here? Probably food and drink again. Oh boy. So that's cool. It looks like I got a larger area here because I was higher up. I could see farther. That's neat. Let's go in the house. The weather was taking a turn for the worst. And about to lose visibility. I am encumbered. But I'm gonna search this place out first. It's the loot goblin in me. I need to find the loot. Even if I don't take it with me, I want to know it's there. I don't know. This has been ingrained in my person, floating matches. That's fun. Ingrained in my person to search containers, because if you find food in them, even if the food's bad, eventually that containers, like the food in a container that you didn't search, will eventually disappear. If it goes to 0%, right? You need to drink. I know, Astrid. We've got water. Here you go. I don't want to drink everything because I might find a soda or something. Lots of chips. Lots of food. I am somewhat notorious for not finishing games that I start. I think that goes back to when I was playing Final Fantasy on the PlayStation. It might have been PS2. There's the soda I was looking for.
Probably useful.
It's in good shape. There's a coffee. That's cool. I think the first Final Fantasy game I ever played was Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, I don't remember if it was PS1 or PS2, but I do remember it had 4 discs. And I always remember that I would get to the point where I was on disc 3, and then I never got to disc 4. And then I stopped playing games like that. I do play a lot of games that are long-winded, if you will. Like, this is a long-winded game. You're not going to play this in 2 hours and be like, that was a fun game, now I'm done with it. You know, you're going to be like, I played 2 hours and I feel like I didn't accomplish anything yet. Or you got just far enough to be like, I'm going to play this another 5 million hours. That's obviously an exaggeration, but I recently played a little bit of Green Hell again, and I thought I had way more hours in that game than I do. I must have that's the thing too, is I watch other people play. So I mean, I try to avoid spoilers if I can, but that's what I used to do, is I would watch them play and I would learn. Try to learn as much as I could so that if and when I did actually get to play that game, I'd have a bit of a head start on it. And so that's why I know a lot about Green Hell, because of that.
Could end up being useful.
I'm gonna take all this stuff. I'm gonna have to drop something. How heavy are we? Yeah, way too heavy. But this place is officially searched. There's other bits and pieces I could get. Like I could get cloth from curtains, or I could break down some stuff. Actually, one of the things I do like to do, which I completely forgot about, let's just put this down here. Let's move some stuff. You can go there, Burr. That's perfect. Just stack the tables. I can move these later if I want to. Let's move these rugs. Can I move them? Are you gonna let me? Know where to put it? I guess I could just put it in my bag. Make me even heavier. I'm gonna go grab this bed. I'm gonna bring it downstairs. I don't want to have to come up the stairs every time. Here we go. Look at this. This is such a nice bed, too. Can you imagine trying to get this down the stairs by yourself, though? Now, is that square? Almost. Not quite. Good enough. Now, what else? Could I move the fridge? I wonder if you can. I don't know. Oh, you can. Cool. Okay, we'll put the fridge right by the cellar. Nobody's going in the cellar. There we go. I don't care about that book. I'll end up accidentally burning it or something stupid. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh my goodness. That's way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. Okay. Now this is a nice open spot. I like to put the... If I stay here, I'll put all of my curables down there. And just drop the food on the ground, whatever. Yuck, yuck. Not gonna risk it. Not too bad. Let's drink that. It's actually not a lot of food. What is so heavy? I mean, I did pick up the revolver, and I have the spray paint's kind of heavy. I've got a lot of flare shells. And the flare gun itself. The flare gun's not too heavy. I mean, like I was saying, it's a lot of odds and ends. The arrows aren't too bad. I guess the arrows are kind of heavy in comparison to some other stuff. The water's heavy. I can put some of the... I'll put some of this away. I will forever be picking up sticks. And it hasn't been a problem temperature-wise. It's more of, hey, do I need to eat stuff? Do I need to drink stuff? Do I need a fire? Oh, the bandages. I can leave a couple of those. Jeez. Some birch bark. I mean, it's got to be the tools, right? How heavy are the tools? I mean, I'm just getting a little better. 14 kilograms of tools. Let's just unload this. Too bad it didn't come with any shells. No, I didn't mean reload. Oh, that's my fault. One of the hardest noises to endure in this game is the gun cleaning. It's accurate because you're using a wire brush essentially, and scrape the gunpowder and residue out from inside the barrel. You would think that you would want to have some oil though. Use a nice rag with a little bit of oil. You can. You don't want oil inside the barrel necessarily, but the outside. You know, try to prevent it from rusting. Weebish? What does weebish mean? I did enjoy Final Fantasy VII, but it was another game where I never finished it. I liked 8. Final Fantasy 8 was cool because it had a card game, which I never won. That was probably what happened, was I got distracted by the in-game games, not the actual storyline. Seven, I really liked the art design. That was probably a big thing for me. Was it felt a little bit cartoonish, which I kind of liked. I did play those games when I was younger, though. I mean, this is coming from somebody who likes Dragon Ball Z. That's an anime, but it's animated, right? It's a cartoon. It's not a cartoon in the traditional sense like Bugs Bunny is a cartoon, but, or maybe it is. It's just different. I'm still heavy. Like, what the heck? Obviously, I picked up the revolver and this and a bunch of flare shells and the arrows. I could make some more arrows, but I have to wait. Don't... Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to go outside and put some more spray paint down. Yeah, if I leave this here... That did almost nothing. Nothing for my weight. I don't want to leave the flare shells. Oop, I'm going to leave all of those. I could leave the whetstone because I have another one. I mean, I don't really even need the revolver now. Let's just leave the revolver here. I'll collect more ammo for it as I go, but I don't need the revolver. I just cleaned it for whatever. I don't even know if that mattered. I think you do get skills from repairing. Like by sharpening stuff, you get better at sharpening, and you get more out of the sharpening. And then with the gun cleaning, same with basically everything. The more you do stuff, the better you get at it. So we're just gonna... I'm gonna have to preemptively drink some water. Yeah, those were fun. The... What are they called? The Cocobos? Or... I don't know if I ever said them right. Those were some interesting games. That is 100%. Alright, let's go to bed. You know what? That blizzard actually might be amazing. I didn't get all the way down the coast, though. I'm going to take some of this with me. These things can stay here. I need to, like I was saying, I need to add... Where was it? There was another spray paint around here, wasn't there? Oh god, I need to take this. Oh goodness. Let's put this somewhere. Not in the kitchen. Here, this is now the new chill room. There we go. That's cool. You could take these paintings as well. Actually, let's put it here. No, can I get it up against the wall farther? There, perfect. Look at all this space. You could do Pilates in here. I just randomly said Pilates. You could do jumping jacks and squat thrusts and push-ups and sit-ups. You could do all your exercises upstairs. Meanwhile, Astrid eats 3,000 calories a day at minimum. I'm still encumbered. What else could I leave? I want the flashlight. The flashlight's just good insurance. Oh, that's what I was looking for. There was spray paint around here, wasn't there? Was that this one? Did I move it already? Where'd it go? I could have swore maybe it was upstairs. I thought I had seen some. Oh, here we go. Or did I put it in here? No. Hold on a second. My goodness. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Now, how much do I have left of this? Oh, a lot. So we're good here. Spray painting indoors will not show up on the map. Yeah, I know. But it's fun. You can do, like, if you get bored, you can take a spray paint and try to make abstract art or something with it. I've seen people do that. Or you can, like, line up items and try to, like, draw things where you place them. There's a lot of things happen when you get bored in this game. A lot of inventive sort of stuff. All right, let me quickly do this. We're gonna put. There's the food, but what else is there? Fire starter. Yeah, I definitely want to put this here because that'll show that there's. I left some sticks here. There we go. Yeah. I don't want the revolver because the first thing I'd end up doing to, like, if I want to quick draw a weapon, I don't want the revolver. I can just do this and swap between, but revolver can work. You know, you can kill stuff with it if you want to. If you can get close enough. I've shot a deer and been successful shooting a deer with it. I've one-shot a bear. I think I one-shot a bear on the last run I did. What was that? Misery mode. I think I one-shot a bear with a... No, that couldn't have been misery. Was it? I don't remember what it was. Whatever run I was... Maybe it was the medium gunloper. Something... I did something where I hit a bear with a revolver and it went down instantly. So you can do that. It's gonna blizzard again? Jeez. That's fine. I mean, you can get some beachcombing, but those wolves are still over there. This is horrible, horrible weather. Oh, you can shoot a bear with a flare gun too. Yeah, that works. Yeah, this is a blizzard. Okay. That's fine. I did want to come over here anyway. This is so sketchy. Oh my goodness. This is a sketchy area for sure. I did an outer loper run once. And I think I still have bits and pieces of it on the... where I recorded. I like recorded the tail end, the literal end of the run. And I was in this spot, I was getting mushrooms because I had gotten parasites. And I was desperate, and I left my coal behind on accident. It was a tough situation. Let's just say the bear found me. And I didn't realize it. I was sitting next to a fire making reishi teas. In the dark, in the snow, and then the bear just got me. And it put me down so bad that I almost ended there. Anyway. But yeah, oh. Okay. Is there a fireplace? There's no fireplace in here either. Anyway, lots of stories from old runs. I'm sure I mixed the runs up and get them confused. Or like, oh, this happened in this run. I'm like, well, no, it didn't. It happened in this other run. I had to stop playing this game without when I would make content for it, right? Like right now, I'm streaming, but I'm making content. So I had to stop playing on the side other runs. Hey, there's some porridge. Alright, you can make porridge out of this. You can add this to other things too. Some of the recipes require oats. But anyway, I had to stop because I would get confused. I'd be like doing stuff and I'd come back to my, my main run and get confused as to what was going on because I had just been playing a different one.
This'll come in handy.
I'm just gonna take everything and move it. Oh, I already searched this. I could do the same setup here. I think this is almost the identical house as the ones on like Misanthropes and Jackrabbit though. Like the layout is identical. What's that? Another vast Stroop waffles? That sounds good. I like waffles. I'm not sure if my understanding of what I'm reading is the same as actually what it is, though.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Oh, excuse me. Black licorice, huh? I was never a fan of black licorice. I think it's just because I wasn't too keen on the... Not that there's anything wrong with it. It just wasn't for me.
I'll take it.
My goodness. Coastal Highway has not been very nice to me so far, as weather-wise. It was for a little bit, but overall it's been pretty tough. Alright, time to move some things. I basically do the same thing I did at the other spot. I'm just going to preemptively bring this up and I'll move it after the fact. I wonder if I can put it in the hallway. Oh, I could put it... Yeah, let's put it on the thing right there. That'll be great. Who's going to sleep on that? Or who's going to sit on that thing? Not me. Good enough. I didn't move the rug. Oh, I still got the other rugs in my pocket. Oh, what am I doing? No wonder I'm so heavy. I was wondering what was making me so darn heavy. It's these. Look at that, 4 kilograms. That's what it is. Oh, I'm so dumb. Excuse me. I'm totally spaced on the fact that I took those and never put them back, but... Oh, that's interesting. This one didn't have the rugs like the other one did. That's okay. You can have them now. I want to place these, please. My goodness. Sorry, I got a bit of a, for whatever reason, a catch in my throat today. Let's just put it here, whatever. I'm not going to be harvesting a lot of animals and putting them here, so... Oh, I do want to put this over here, too. Now, I don't have a ton of sticks to put in here. I'm not going to be leaving very much here, but I will try to consolidate some. Just leave some of this food. I can take this rabbit meat and leave it outside. Now, there shouldn't be any worries about animals spawning in. Because the blizzard, if it's a blizzard outside and you go through a load screen into a blizzard, then animals won't be spawned in, right? At least the predators. I'm not sure about... I know timberwolves don't care about blizzards. I'm not sure about rabbits. Or like ptarmigan or deer, moose. But because it was not a blizzard when I first started walking, the animals were still loaded into the game despite it being a blizzard. But as soon as I went through a load screen, it is like an aurora where it sort of flips a switch and it says, oh, it's a blizzard outside, therefore animals aren't going to spawn in now. Oh my god. Who left a bullet in there? Is that's threatening. That seems like a threat. I'll take the ammo for sure. There might be one more house. No, it's burnt. Okay. Any more ammunition for me here? Nothing? I don't want to stay out here too long because, well, for one, the clothing that I'm wearing is getting shredded between the wind and the snow and all of that. It's not good for my clothing. Yeah, I'm speaking of coffee. I need to take a little sippy poo here. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna mute the microphone so I don't make a bunch of weird noises.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Awesome. Yeah, I've got a special, not special, but like a specific mug that I use that keeps stuff hot for a while or cold for a while. What else do I got that I can leave behind? I can leave some sticks in here now that I picked up a few. It's just nice to have. I want to keep at least 20 on me, obviously. You know, that's probably my bare minimum amount of sticks. It's just so tough not having an indoor fireplace. 31, oh my goodness. Well, I was not paying attention to that. Cool. Hopefully everyone who's watching is having a good time, having a good weekend. Hopefully you're staying safe. If you're in any of these areas where the weather is just not doing nice things, so if it's cold or you know whatever, just try to stay safe out there. Don't take unnecessary risks. And like if I was to walk out here in this blizzard and just go, I would consider that an unnecessary risk. In reality, if I was literally in a house and it was a blizzard outside, I said, whatever. I know where I'm going. Not worth it. Not worth it. So, anyway. Awesome. That's cool. A little bit sidetracked now. Anyway, so the flares are a little. I'm finally underweight again. It was those two rugs. I completely forgot that I picked those up, and still had them in my pocket. You know what? Some of this food was kind of bad. That's actually good. Why is it sitting through the floor though? That was interesting. Yeah, sardines are really bad. Chips are pretty darn bad. These are fine. Banged up is fine. Actually, yeah, let me do that before that goes down to 20% really quickly. Just make sure it's still at 21. Okay. Oh, no, I meant to eat that. I want to eat it. Smash it open. I've gotten skilled enough to where I can open a can of food without it spilling everywhere. Take those back. Now the reason I dropped the knife and the hatchet, if you don't know, is because I don't want the can. I've got plenty of cans. I'm not interested in crafting noisemakers, so I don't need to save them. It's Stalker anyway, so they're going to be everywhere. I should have left some of these feathers behind, but at this point I'm committed. I'm not dropping them. I could make some, because I want to go to Desolation Point, right? Not sure I'll make it there today. I might make it there, but like I'm not going to get to go through and explore and do a bunch of fun stuff. Like thoroughly explore. Because there's, what is it? Sketchy's Cave? Is it Sketchy? Scruffy? Which one is it? One of the wolves, there's a wolf that spawns in a cave in Desolation Point, and inside that cave there's often at least one or maybe even two deer carcasses. So I want to continue to get deer hides. Like I need to. The clothing I'm wearing now are not going to last forever. And with my mending skill being so low, trying to repair them, yeah, it's still a blizzard. Let's not. Trying to mend the clothing, I could lose the materials if it fails. Okay, so in order to mend, let's say it doesn't require it now. It would be a waste to try to repair the rabbit skin now. But if I wanted to, I need to have a cured gut and a cured pelt. And there's still only a 70% chance that it's successful. And for this one, it would take 30 minutes with a sewing kit, whereas like if I wanted to repair the deer pants, hour and 40 minutes. So that's all of that whole time it is re-rolling. Did you fail yet? Did you fail yet? Did you fail yet? If the answer is yes, any point in time before it says no and you've successfully repaired it, you're the cured hide and the cured gut are gone forever. You'll never get them back. So it might be worth just recrafting another pair of pants at that rate. You know, depending on what condition the clothing that you want to repair is at, because you could harvest it and get a deer hide back, right? But it costs 3 deer hide to make the pants. So if you're like, I'm at 75, oh, I didn't even pass time, it's still blizzard. You know, whatever, let's go. I don't care. I don't want to sit around here all day. I will pick up sticks because it's cold. Now, I don't think that there's an animal out here based on what I already said because it's a blizzard and I just went through a load screen, but on the off chance that there are timber wolves around, because they don't care about blizzards. They'll spawn anytime, and they don't go away just because the weather is not very nice. Here's the road. I got no stamina. Now, I would not try to cross the ice in a blizzard. That is really tough. Especially if you make any kind... I don't have that. Okay. If you make any kind of movements... Look at all these birch. I'll have to try to get those maybe on the way back. Oh, there's a knife. How good is this?
Oh, lucky
That's
day.
better than the one I have. Knives are not too heavy. I'm willing to take an extra knife. Especially... Oh, I'll take the food too. Because I'll be able to craft some more arrows when I get to Desolation Point. And I think the arrows... Oh, you know what? The arrows don't require a knife. So, it's fine. Alright. I mean, the time of day plus the clothing I'm wearing and the fact that I was in the wind protection. Oh my goodness, I thought I was. I'm actually warming up outside. So that's another Stalker feature, really. I have decent clothing and decent wind protection, but the base temperature level is not as low on Stalker as it is on Interloper. Oh, you know what? It is chilly, and in the wind shade, it is, or without the wind shade, it is downright cold for sure. But at the moment, I'm free travel. The wolves that usually spawn out here aren't here at the moment. Not until the blizzard goes away, and then they'll all spawn in. I did want to beachcomb. You can beachcomb in Crumbling Highway. What does this say? Lost couple, people to hypo, hyperith. What? Is that another way to say hypothermia? Only 5 left. Sean's one of them. He keeps me going. Oh, goodness me. Gave me the last fruit pastilli. What is that? I don't know what that is. Some kind of food. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Romance in the apocalypse. Should have listened to Mama. Exchange student program. Oh my god. It was the worst decision they've ever made. That's sad. Oh my goodness. It would be interesting to get an idea of how this like how the world of the Long Dark affected other areas in the world, right? Like this is super tough because it's constantly cold, but I wonder what it would be like for other areas that are not in a naturally cold environment. Would it be so bad? I mean, obviously, losing technology and not having electricity would affect people everywhere, but maybe not so much if the place never had running water or electricity. What would actually be any different? I don't know why I'm searching these. Oh, a hockey jersey. I'll leave that there. Those are fun. I'll take the medicine. Now my clothing is getting wet and it's getting damaged. Yeah, so that little trip there did damage my clothing a little bit. So it's best to not travel in super windy or blizzardy conditions, but I'm stubborn, so not a lot of water. I don't want to leave anything in this case or in this place, so I'm just gonna pass time until I'm warm. There we go. Not enough time to save the game. I could have done that, like if I went into safe house mode, but the game saved when I entered. So I've been trying to avoid accidentally crashing the game by doing safe house mode to save the game and then instantly leaving, like through a load screen. There's some coal on the ground. There's a lot of sticks that I'm bypassing here. Oh, I was just realized I'm gonna have to go through a cave and I don't have a lantern. There's some fir wood. That's pretty nice. I'm warm in the cave, so that's fine. I'll just sleep for an hour and hopefully I can get the blizzard to go away. We're heading to Desolation. I was beachcombing and found a few items that were worth taking, which was cool, and then I made it to Misanthropes, and then I made it across to the... I forget the name of the... They're usually burnt... All of them are usually burnt out, but because it's Stalker, one of the houses wasn't burnt out on the way towards the exit towards Crumbling, which is where I'm at now. And... yeah, beachcombing over there, I found... Oh, actually, while I was beachcombing, I came across a backpack that was not a beachcomb item, and I found this, the flare gun. There's a wolf. And so now I've got 19 total flare shells with the flare gun. I found a revolver, but I left that behind because honestly I don't want it. Not because I can't use it, but just because it's heavy and I've got other weapons that I'd prefer to use if I had to. You know, I found a couple of arrows, which is cool, and a broken arrow, so 3 more arrow if you're not counting them as being crafted already. Essentially, I have 3 more arrowheads available to me, right? So one of them is broken, but I have some arrow shafts, and I've got some more birch saplings curing. So I did find a bunch of stuff and left them places to cure. So in the ravine, I think there's like 6 guts and 3 deer hide. And then at the fishing camp, I left some stuff, including 2 of the birch saplings. And I left stuff at Misanthropes and at Jackrabbit. I totally forgot to use the spray paint on that one house, but whatever. I meant to beachcomb through Crumbling Highway, but the weather didn't cooperate, so I'll just have to do that on the way back.
Wonder if I can drop any of this.
Yeah, I still don't have a pry bar. Oh, and I don't... don't necessarily... Oh, I can use a flare. That's fine. I did find an additional one, so I'm going to leave that. I'm not picking up any coal. It's going to be so hard for me to just walk... Well, maybe it won't be, but... Typically speaking, anytime I go into a cave, especially like a cave like this, there's like 30 coal you can pick up. Maybe less than that, but there's usually a lot of coal. And so fighting the urge to pick up any coal is... I'll just have to try to ignore it. Like, there's one. Now there might be a stim in this cave. I don't know if it's this one or if it's... I might be thinking of a different cave. Look at all that coal. Okay. Matches. I'm just picking up the stuff because, again, I don't... It's a personal thing. It's, there's a... Nice, I'll take this. Except for the coal. I'm going to leave the coal, but... Oh, nice. A workbench. Okay. I just lit this flare. Darn it, I didn't think about that. With all these matches, it probably would have been fine if I had lit a torch. I'll take these things. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Sorry for your loss. But I definitely could have used that workbench to craft some more arrows. It would have taken longer and I would have just enough time to craft one because I don't have a toolbox or a set of tools. I left the quality tools behind. You could use simple tools and it still saves you time, but quality tools is where it's at. Anything that allows you to craft and then you can select the quality tools is going to save you time. Look at this coal. It's just everywhere. Yeah. I missed one avenue or whatever towards the beginning. It might have been a dead end like this one. Okay. Well, we made it to the other side. So this is about to be Desolation Point. I'm going to leave some stuff in this container maybe. Oh, there's the tools. Okay, well, let's go back. I want to make some arrows. It's going to be a little ways before I can get to the workbench. I have to go through Desolation Point, essentially, to the processing plant in order to find the workbench. Or is there one? I don't even think there's one in the Riken, right? There's not one in the lighthouse. I don't think. Definitely not at the church. Just in this cave here. So, well, this cave and then the processing plant has at least one. It's a little ways back. I could sleep in the cave too if I need to. It was a little farther back than I remembered. Okay. Yeah, flare went out. That's fine. Can make both of these arrows. It's fantastic. Hey, Sophia, how's it going? Oh, I can't make any more arrows because I lack the arrowheads. I can put this in here and it'll disappear. That's awesome. Do I... I'll get at least one more shot out of this arrow. Because I only have 2 arrow shafts left. I think that's fine. I'll wait, because the next time I shoot something, if I use that arrow, it will... Ooh, these chips might poison me. Oh, well, let's risk it. I am tired, so if it does... Okay, good. It did not. Can I eat any more? Do I have any more chips? I do. Let's eat these chips. Okay, didn't get poisoned. That's awesome. Okay, now I can light the torch. Jeez, this pry bar is in really bad shape. That's alright. Yeah, let's just light the torch. And I can sprint, but at this rate I just want to make it to the entrance or slash exit. That was nice to have gotten those quality tools was pretty nice. Now, I'm gonna have to figure out why I'm so heavy again. Probably all the sticks I picked up. And then I did pick up some other stuff. I want to drop them in the container. I can probably use, even though it's indoors, you can still use the spray paint. And sometimes I do that to mark containers so that I don't just run by them. That's one of the other things. Again, it's a personal thing that I do, is to try to empty all containers, even if I don't take the stuff, and then put them somewhere, and then I can try to remember, hey, this container is not empty because I put stuff in it. Or you could use the spray paint like I'm about to do. Let's just put this out and just put a little X on it or something, anything. Boom. Now that says that means it's been searched, but I did already search it. But I can just put stuff in here, even if I don't care about it, like this hat. What else did I pick up that I don't really need? Like the lantern fuel I could craft more torches with. That actually might not be a bad move. The book. I don't know that timber will spawn. I'll just leave that here. I'll leave both of those. Like, I want to bring these tools, but I might not need them. Honestly, the knife. Whatever. I mean, yeah, I guess I do want this in case I want to open a trunk to a car. There are lockers that'll be locked. There more than likely will be another... what am I saying? Oh, another pry bar in this map somewhere. Alright, so that's better. I am encumbered, but that's because I'm tired. So let's just... yeah, let's just sleep. Whatever. I was going to try to save, get an hour of sleep and then go, but I think it's fine to just sleep through the night. Yes, right, TR, I've seen that before. I think Magic was telling me about that guy at one point too. I looked him up. That's pretty awesome. Oh, I'm running low on water. I like some licorice. Like the red licorice is pretty good. I don't know. What I mean to say is I like Twizzlers. There's a lot of different licorice, and so I shouldn't jumble everything into the same category because just because. All right, let's make a couple of these things. Oh, you know what? You can't do, darn it, there's no safe house mode, but you can use this to see. Okay, here we go. Now that's empty. I want the drawer with this. There we go. So that'll save me 8 minutes. I'll craft a torch. I'd like to craft more than one torch. I think it should let me. Yeah, let's do that. Then I don't have to worry about trying to pull torches from fires, and I've been doing pretty good not even needing the fire. I do want to add more sticks to my inventory. Wait, is it? Okay, hold on. Let's try to sleep for another hour real quick. If I can, I'll try to read that book. That sewing book would be really, really good to get read. I need a lot of sewing skill points. Oh, jeez, it's too dark. Yeah, that should do it. Alright. Let's make sure that my hydration is topped off. The food should be fine. The water probably would have been fine as well. Didn't even level up my sewing from that. I'm close, but again, without using the stuff that I have towards fixing clothing. Oh, speaking of, let me put this thing away. I honestly don't even need that many stones. I didn't realize I had already a 100% torch, so now I've got 3 100%ers and 87. Let's just put that in here. Or you know what? No, I'm gonna turn that into a stick. Ah, yeah. Do I need the leather? Okay. I don't want to carry that with me. Do I care about... I mean, I kind of care about this, but not really. Alright, let's go. Yeah, let's just go. There's some saplings up near the church. That might not be a bad spot. Oh, Katie's Corner. Maybe that's where okay, this is not great. The wind is not great. It's not that cold, but again, as I was saying, trying to maintain condition of my clothing, I don't want to be running around in the wind, because that'll damage my stuff. So, as long as I sort of... whatever, I don't care. I do care, but I can't really be bothered that much by it. Especially when there's sticks to grab. Oh, I need the sticks. Let's get the bow out. So there's more saplings that I have curing that I was saying. Some birch saplings. If I go up that way, that goes towards the church, but I want to go this way first. I can check the truck later. Now there might be some wolves over here. There's one in the road. Not sure if I can actually climb up this way or not, so I'm just going to test it. I mean, I know I can get up on this rock, but it's whether or not there's a safe path down or if it's just like a sheer drop. Oh no, that's not too bad. Just a little bit of a shortcut here. Try to avoid any wolves. Oh, okay, never mind. It probably heard me because I was sprinting like a lunatic. Where are you? It's over there. It's over there, okay. I'm going to try to bottleneck it. This is not a great spot. The terrain's not very even. And then... forgot I got the wolf coat on. Well, that's fine. This guy is bleeding. He'll eventually fall. And I didn't lose my arrow because it broke. So that's why I didn't want to craft a new one. I got a little bit fortunate there. So this is going to get to stay here for now. I don't... that's not what I'm after. This is what I'm after. Some beef jerky. Is this a survival bow? It is. I'll take it. Mine is in better shape. There's another can. I'll leave that. What is that? Firewood. I don't need any of that stuff. Sometimes there's rabbits up here. I don't know if the wolves scattered them or if they just didn't spawn in yet. And then sometimes there's saplings over here, but I guess not. That's okay. Why are these? Is there a guy over here that I didn't see? It must be. Either that or the birds are just circling in the wrong spot. That's weird. I've not seen that before. Where are they? Oh, I think I looked at it wrong. I got had by the, an optical illusion, I guess. Oh, they moved the rabbits down there. Okay. Alright, you know what? This is why I'm here, so let's go beachcombing. Oh, come on. It's starting to snow. It's not the worst, but it's also not great. Because if it starts to blizzard, being out here on the ice is going to be a bad call. But I really, really want to find some stuff. I want to find a boat. Like that little tipped over fishing boat, the canoe looking thing. That had the arrows. That's what I want. There's a piece of cedar. Is that cedar? Yeah. I'll take the cloth. Gotta be real careful beachcombing because you could be walking along and you're fine. And then the next thing you know, weak ice. So whenever you're doing that, you don't want to go sideways. You want to go back the way you came. Wherever the weak ice is, go back the way you just were. Because the weak ice is a little bit odd, right? It doesn't go in a straight line even with the coast all the time. So if you're walking along like this and suddenly it's weak ice, you know, you go back the way you came, because if you go the other way, you might still be on weak ice, right? So always go back the way you came. And try not to be encumbered like I am. Sometimes when you see stuff, you can like come out here and if, you know, drop the pry bar to then go pick up whatever. Especially if it's a fish. Fish are pretty heavy. Like this might be a fish. Couple of fish. No fish. Cloth. And look at this. This is another awesome thing with the beachcomb. You can find saplings. They're not cured, but that's... Oh my god, look at this. 100% improvised knife. That's cool. It's a treasure hunt is what it is. And so I think that's the end of this stretch of beachcombing, because they've got this POI. This is the lighthouse. And so it's not along the entire stretch of coast all the way down, but it will pick back up. So it's worth looking. I kind of want to go into this lighthouse because it's almost that time. I do want to end the stream here soon, so if I can remember how to get up here. There's a couple of ways up shortcut wise. I don't know them all, but I do know this one specifically. It's likely I get a sprained ankle. You just have to find out where can I get up. There we go, get up. And then you come over here and you get up more. And you try to get up as high as you can. That might be good enough. And no, it wasn't good enough. There we go. Now I'm up. Up. There we go. And then this is called upgoading. Good times. If you know where you're going, you can... There's some crazy shortcuts in this game. From people just being so good at this. I cannot say that I've discovered a lot of stuff on my own. because there's a huge community. There's an entire community dedicated to the Long Dark, right? And so knowledge is shared because it is such a great community. It's hard to compare it to other games, but because it's a solo game, it doesn't hurt you to tell someone else something that you found. You know, it's not a detriment to your gameplay because unless you're like in some kind of tournament where you're being in a competition against someone else to do a certain thing, in which case I didn't mean to take that. It's fine. It doesn't auto equip it, so it's fine. But anyway, so not that other games are bad when it comes to being able to share information and whatnot, but it is this game I find it to be very easy. Whereas if you come up with a strategy, let's say in some other high competitive multiplayer game, I am going to move these somewhere else. It's something that you're going to want to hold on to as long as you can. You come up with it, like with speedrunning. Speedrunning is a little bit different, I guess, also because most speedrunning communities, they're going to want to show off their techniques, and other people are going to inspire competition. You want competition. You don't want to be the only one doing a thing, because then how do you know you're actually that good? You know, until someone else comes along and says, hey, I took what you did and I did better. And then you could be like, wow, I never thought of that. That's awesome. Let me implement that with the new tactic, and then, go from there. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to stop. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's nice to share in some, oh, nice. Look at that. Another recipe. Crispy cakes of fish, traditional style, salty. Sounds awesome. Oh, cleaning kit. That's good. Anyway, sorry about the little rant there. It's nice to be able to share findings and stats, or like strategies and things like that. I like coming up with strategies, but I can't, like I was saying before, is I can't claim that everything that I do or that I know, I found out on my own. I can actually say that I cannot claim that. Is this a readable? Oh, it is a readable book. I like that. You know what? Let's move this. Oh, I didn't see that down there. Sneaky peanut butter. Oh, it's ruined. Don't want to put that in a container, that's for darn sure. You can store food in containers, but once they get ruined to that stage, they'll disappear just like the torch did. Or not the torch, the flare. Like this is a broken arrow. If it was ruined, it wouldn't disappear because you can harvest it. But because you can't harvest this food item, it'll just disappear in the container, right? So here, we'll put all the stuff I found in here. I do still need to go back up there because there's more things that I could find. Yeah. I don't need all these matches. Just drop. I do need water. Okay, yeah. Let me drop this knife. That's a cool knife and all. That's, all these things are great, but it's a matter of, do I need them? And do I need them now? Do I care? Do I not care? Like this stuff I do want all in the same spot. The oil, nah, whatever. I don't have any... I don't have any flour with me, so...
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Trust me. He might not seem like it, but... Oop. There we go. Might find a bullet up here. A rifle shell. I know I didn't bring the rifle with me, but... You never know when you're going to find another one. And there's different variants of it, too. Right, what did I find? Was it the Vaughn's rifle, was it? I don't remember. I left it in Mystery Lake. There we go. I got 2 of them. Pretty nice. And then that... There's no safe house mode outside, so I can't, like, take that storage container with me. Otherwise, I absolutely would. I think you can maybe pick them up and put them in your pocket, though. I didn't check to see how that works, but I'm gonna have to make a fire. So I'm gonna need some water. Don't really need the tinder, so whatever. Let me put this over near the other stuff. Oh, that was weird. Oh, you know what? Let me put this over here as well. I just put this on the bed like it was before. It's totally fine. And then this cabinet has got some good space as well. So these are all stay there because they're near, out of the way. It's totally fine. These chips are not that bad, but I still don't want to risk it. I'd rather wait until... What is that? Is that junk? I cleared the junk. I thought I did. Anyway, sorry. That's weird. I don't know what that is. Got almost no water. I think where is there a toilet? Is there any toilets in this map? I don't know. Don't think there is. Okay. I'm going to 100% have a... Yeah, let's just put all of the stuff that I know I don't need right now. Ooh, that book, that would be good. I could read that. I don't want to make a fire now here because I only have one slot, right? I could take the charcoal. That actually wouldn't be a bad move. Yes, beachcombing is so nice. I'm so tempted to just keep playing, but I do need to make some water. And there's often a moose spawn around here somewhere. Sometimes on the bridge, sometimes down there. The bear can walk around. I want to get to the Riken, and over there... Alright, you know what? Let me just... I'm just gonna put... Shush, Astrid. We're gonna eat. We're gonna eat and we're gonna drink. But first, we need to do this, okay? Storage. And we're gonna map. I know this is bad for my clothes. I should have done this in the windproof spot, but... Alright. I don't want to eat my my crackers. Those are emergency crackers. I'll just eat those. I don't want to eat too many things either because then the beef jerky will dehydrate me. It's okay. I'd rather be dehydrated than hungry because you don't get a dehydration debuff. You do lose condition, don't get me wrong, it is, but it's not the same as if you lose your well fed. What do we got here? I'll take this. What is that? Sneakers? No, I don't need those. But I do recall... Oh, weak ice, not good. It is somewhat important to move the stuff, right? Because it'll despawn eventually. What else did I pick up there? Oh, the wires. I'll keep the wires. But anyway, if you move them away from the coast here, I think that increases the chance of stuff respawning quickly. Oh no! I hear a wolf. I hear something. Was that my stomach? Maybe. Thought I heard something over here. Anyway, let's go back to beachcombing. That scarred me, startled me, scared me, all of those. All at once. I was startled. Oh no! What is that noise? Maybe it's the ice? I don't know what I'm hearing. Okay, looks like this is not a very beachcombable spot here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Sometimes you have to get real close, otherwise it won't render in. Oh, there's something. A stick. That's a deer. There's sometimes rabbits over here. There might be a deer carcass. Sometimes there's a frozen corpse as well, but it does not appear that way. I do need to make water. I could just go without it. The regen on Stalker is pretty good. So as long as I'm not sleeping while thirsty, I can recover. More of these sticks is good too. The Riken has the forge. I can use the forge for a fire, right? There's nothing saying that I can't light a fire in the forge. I just will never be able to get it hot enough to craft something with it, because that requires coal. I think a fire can only get up to 80 degrees without coal, and the only in-game fire that can get above 80 degrees, I think, without mods, is the forges. The forges, and then maybe like the ammo bench, or the ammo crafting. I could drink coffee. I can't tell if this is about to blizzard or if this is about to fog over and the snow's gonna stop. There's something. What is that? Another stick? I'll take it. Every stick counts. Oh my god, that startled me. There's like a half a second of weak ice. Ooh, cattail head, cattail stalk. The heads are less important. The heads count as tinder, but the stalks are the food. Cattail stalks are awesome, and there are no cattails in Desolation Point that spawn in like on the plant itself. So finding one of those is pretty good. Is that an arrow? No, it's a stick. I'll take it though. Gotta be careful. Getting close to bear territory here. Or the Turkey Steam says, I'm not sure if he coined the phrase, but I know I've heard him say, this is a bearia, right? Because it's a bear area. Let's combine them. Pretty good. I think it's funny. Oh no. No, no, no. It's getting a little sketchy out here. My temperature is holding, so that's fine. I do not want to fall through any ice. I also want to switch to this because of the having just mentioned this is a bear area. It would be well within my rights to get mauled if I don't have this out. Okay, so it is looking like it's going to stop snowing and start being foggy, which is not bad. There's still one more stretch of beachcombing on the far side here. Oh, there's... What is that? Is that salt? Oh, it is. That's cool. Very cool. I need to get into the... I need to get the woodworking thing, right? The woodworking tools would be in Ash Canyon. I think there's other places it can be. I just don't remember. I don't remember where else it can spawn. Oh my god, what was that? What are you doing? I don't have fish on me. Is this weak ice? Please don't be weak. Okay, that one got scared away, but I think that one ran because this one's on my case. And if this one, the one behind me, de-aggroes, then this one will start getting a little feisty on me. Yeah, you could eat, you could drink. Let's try to find something first, Astrid, okay? Yeah, let's get a stone. That'll do it. Oh my god, look at all the wolves. Okay. Okay, this is bad news. We gotta do this. I don't know if those are timber wolves. I hope not. I don't think they are. The wolf coat will make them unpredictable, though. And there's nothing. Why? Oh, except for weak ice. Ah, yeah. I gotta be real careful. If I run out of sprint over here. Oh, no. Come on, then. It's not really fair. It's not fair to the wolves. Give me a fish. I'll take birch bark. There's no birch bark in this map either. Yep, come on then. Let's get this over with. Wow, that guy's fast. That guy's real fast. Holy spokes. Don't want the reclaimed. Oh, fine, I'll take the stick. I've got food. That's the end of that. There's no more beach combing over here. It looks like there was one more wolf around here, though. So it would be a good idea not to go that side of the rock because it might be behind it. You want to have at least a little distance. Because it's possible for them to just instant aggro. Not just, oh, I noticed you, but like instant charge. Then that would be very bad. Yeah, like this. This is fine. Come on, then. Are you a speed demon like your other ones? A little bit? Oh, he's Ziggy. He's Zaggy. He's dead. Sorry. It should be the last of the wolves, I hope. I'm not sure if the... Well, at least out here. I don't know if the bear can come down here. But the bear cave is right up there. What is that? Is that a rabbit? I think that's a rabbit on the ice. That's cool. Oh, here's a Karen? Something? I always say it wrong, I'm sure. Story's not written. That's, of course it's not. Broken bridge. Oh, did I take that?
Need something to drink soon.
I didn't. Okay. No, don't worry about it. We'll get some water, I promise. How many sticks? I got enough. I can make some water. I can harvest maybe a deer carcass in here. I've got food. I don't have to worry about the food quite so much. Eventually, food will become a problem if I do just continuously eat all of the food items that I have in my pocket, but it's so risky to go around trying to use... I'm wind sheltered here, huh? What about right here? Where's the cave entrance? There, okay. Here, let's just do this. Again, if I'm going to use the... excuse me, if I'm going to use the accelerant, I didn't need to make, like, use the torch. I don't know why I keep doing that. There we go. I just need enough water. And then let me just, because my food's running pretty low. Like I said, this is excellent travel food. I could drink a green tea. I'm just so used to saving everything and not using it until I absolutely need to. Like, okay, I've lost a tiny bit of condition. It's not a big deal, but... Hey, what's up, Loons? Yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna... I need to stop. I'm gonna be going into this cave, and that's probably where I'm gonna get my save. Because otherwise, I'm gonna end up streaming, and then the next thing you know... It'll be too late. I still have to feed Willow. Okay. There's a blizzard. Fantastic. Let me just grab some of these torches. I know I have torches, but I don't want to lose the sticks I literally just put in here. 8 minutes, 9 minutes, okay. Yeah, because once we go into this cave, that's going to be the save point. And if I'm lucky, I can get in there with the fire lit. It shouldn't be a problem. I don't want to forget anything, though. Yes, I'm about to eat some trees, Astrid, okay? We'll eat some of these. I'm already thirsty, so it doesn't hurt. I did not mean to eat those ones. I meant to drink this. There we go. 7 minutes till boiled dry. Whatever. I'm not going to throw another stick in there to get a torch just to get my stick back. I don't need the torch. I got plenty of them. Okay. There, we did it. We made it to the cave. Now there's a wolf in here. So I'm going to need to take care of that. I'm right on the line too, right at 35 kilograms. And I think... Yeah, let me switch these over. This has lost 4% condition just sitting in my backpack. Alright, I can make more water. I've got enough water. My water's full at the moment. Actually, this won't matter because I didn't save the game. The game saved when I came in here, and I'm not going to save it again, but... Well, we made it to Desolation Point. It's fantastic. We bypassed some of the main areas. I'll go back after the fact. I'll hit Hibernia, go to the whatever it's called, the Riken. There's going to be stuff there I want to find, I want to get. You know, I like looting the places, and I'll be back here at some point. But there's a wolf in here that I'm going to have to contend with, but there's also hopefully a couple of deer carcasses. And I'd be more than willing to... And there's with the deer carcasses, hopefully some food. You know, I'm going to have to sleep through the night, so I'm going to need to make more water. There's branches and sticks that I can harvest while in here, which is going to be great. But, again, first things first, next time I'll have to take care of the wolf. And then the coast will be clear. But I'm so sorry that I didn't keep up with the chat tonight. Everyone's been so awesome. I'm glad that you all get along and are able to anyway, it's not like I'm popular or anything, but it's crazy turnout tonight. Really, really unexpected. Awesome. Really do appreciate everyone. And we'll look forward to doing this again next week. Oh wait, today's the 13th. Oh my god, I have to figure out, because we're going to be going out of town for the holidays, so I don't know when we're leaving. I'll figure that part out. I'll let everyone know for sure, but it might, if I don't get to stream again before we leave town, then it won't be until probably next year, literally in January, that I get to stream again. But we'll figure it out. Maybe I can get another stream in that isn't on Saturday, but I'll try to keep everyone posted. And again, awesome turnout. Really appreciate everyone that's here. Everyone who's watching, if you're in chat or not, it doesn't matter to me if you're watching later or, you know, whenever. Just the fact that you're hopefully enjoying, that's what I like. And yeah, if you get a chance to, Loon's Loon, is streaming tonight. He's doing a RimWorld challenge that he's got going on. Is pretty pretty engaging, pretty epic stuff. So if you like RimWorld or are just curious about it, definitely check his stream out. He's going to be streaming in like 40 minutes, something like that. But yeah, okay. Gotta go. This is Strategies with Sasquatch. I'm Josh, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Really hope you have a great week. Stay safe out there. And yeah, all right. Will says goodbye. All right, take care, everyone.